Welcome back to NYSE TV Live. Memorial Day marked the unofficial start of summer, which means Americans are already drawing up plans for their summer vacations if they haven't already. According to global travel platform Hopper, travelers may see some relief when it comes to their wallets. According to Hopper, domestic airfare prices are $265 on average. That's actually down 3% versus last year. Meanwhile, round-trip flights to Europe and Asia are also considerably lower than the same time a year ago. Well, joining me now with more is Hayley Berg. She's a lead economist at Hopper. Hayley, it's great to have you on the show this morning, joining us from Boston now that the summer is unofficially underway. And what can we expect? What more can you tell us about some of these numbers that I just shared?
We're really excited to see airfare down, not just domestically, but also on these international routes. Airfare to Asia, for example, has been as high as $1,600 or $1,700 per ticket on average, meaning some tickets were even over $2,000 in the last few summers. It means that those trips across the Pacific are going to become more accessible for Americans who are increasingly looking to Japan, South Korea, Thailand, and other destinations in Asia and Southeast Asia, which is great news for those households looking to travel.
Interesting. How can people save and navigate this environment?
Being flexible is key. I'll give you an example. If you shift your summer vacation out of June and July and into the last 2 weeks of August, you can save about $500 on airfare to Asia, about $300 on airfare to Europe, and around $100 on domestic airfare. So just flexibility in when you travel can save you a lot.
Any trending destinations that you can share with us, Hayley, this summertime?
Yes. This year, Americans want to go to these far-flung destinations and access the great outdoors. We're seeing the Faroe Islands, Buda, Norway, Arctic Circle destinations are increasing in popularity, which is really exciting to see. It's a trend we've seen for the past few years within the U.S. with destinations with access to national parks growing in demand. Now it seems to be spreading outside of just the U.S.
I'm curious in terms of ways to hack your budget. I know you mentioned flexibility really is key. A shoulder season, is that what someone should think about too? Maybe even stretching their summer plans into September.
If you can travel in September, you're not tied to school schedules, you have a little bit of flexibility, you can save hundreds on your airfare, your hotel stay, but also think about crowds. Asia and Europe are huge international travel destinations for Americans during peak summer months. That also means larger crowds, more expensive prices for experiences, for lodging. Shifting into September discounts every part of your travel experience. And the weather in Europe in particular has been a lot better in September than August.
September is a nice time to travel if you can get that. Following the deals, not the destination. Hayley, tips there. And how does Hopper help our viewers, especially when it comes to creating travel plans on a budget?
It's really important if you have some flexibility on where you can go to look at all of your options. We see a lot of travelers on the Hopper app or on our partner portals who will trade in a more expensive destination like Rome for a budget destination like Lisbon, Portugal, that is cheaper while you're in the country, but also gives you access to the rest of Europe by train or short flight. So we do see a lot of switching like that. On the Hopper app itself, we predict the future price of your trip so that you know what the lowest price available will be. You know when to book it. We use a color-coded calendar so you know which days will be cheapest to stay at the hotel of your choice or the cheapest to fly. And we offer fintech products like disruption assistance for any reason. If your flight gets canceled or delayed significantly, you rebook yourself on the next available flight. No sweat, your summer vacation plans are protected.
Any tips for our viewers too in terms of traveling with ease? Obviously, we're here at the exchange. We cover what's happening in the markets, and part of that is driven by trade policy. Have you seen any impact there whatsoever when it comes to travel, Hayley?
We haven't seen an impact yet. Americans are really resilient when it comes to their travel budgets, and a lot of the summer vacations people are headed out on have been planned for months. So whether they're concerned about international politics or prices, a lot of the summer vacation budget is already spent and it's time to enjoy the trip. Where we'll really be looking is later this year, the shoulder season and the beginning of the holiday season, if we start to see economic headwinds impacting how travelers are booking those trips.
Interesting. Finally, Hayley, my question to you is, what is your summer travel destination and how are you using Hopper to make the most of it?
I have a couple summer travel plans, but the biggest one that I'm using is I am staying at hotels Sunday, Monday. My next trip coming up this coming weekend shifted my stay. Instead of a Thursday, Friday, Saturday, I'm staying Sunday, Monday. And I'm saving about 40% off of this hotel up in the White Mountains in New Hampshire. So shift your travel dates if you can, and you can really get a lot more for your budget.
Sounds quite nice. Date maybe for planning too on the front end of that. Hayley Berg, she's a lead economist at Hopper. Hayley, thank you so much.
Thanks for having me.